everyone, what's up? My name is Jessica Whitaker, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you how to set up your own photo shoot, specifically how to set up your own styled bridal shoot. In my previous video I took you guys along with me to a styled bridal shoot down in Sacramento, California, and it was so much fun. So I thought in this week's video I would actually go through with you and encourage you to set up your own and give you the tools and resources to do so. Alright, so I've only done 2 styled bridal shoots before. Both are on my website. You can go check them out. Actually, I would encourage you to check them out before you even go any further in this video so you have a good idea on the 2 different looks. They're very different. My first one was a winter styled bridal shoot, and then the second one was more of a springtime. If you're just starting out in photography, chances are you're not gonna have a $60,000 wedding that you're gonna be shooting with this amazing venue and this this Vera Wang gown and all this great stuff. You're gonna be shooting lower budget weddings or just local weddings. So with a styled bridal shoot, you're able to kind of reach those higher end clients and those the dream clients that you want and be like, hey, this is what I can do. So you want to sign the contract. The second reason that you should do a styled bridal shoot would be you're able to collaborate with local vendors in your area. I think it's very important. You know, you're going to be able to go back to them, hopefully, and say, hey, you want to collaborate on another shoot in the future, work with them. You're going to be able to see maybe if you don't want to work with them in the future. It's just a good way to start networking. So let's get into it. So the things that you need are obviously a dress or an outfit, could be a suit, whatever. You just need the ensemble, a model. It could be a bride, or it could be a bride and groom, groom and groom, or a couple. So it could be just a single one or a couple. You'll need a makeup artist, a hairstylist, a florist, and a location. Other options would also be a prop house or something along those lines. Somebody to make the stationery, paper goods, a cake decorate, a bakery for the cake. It's really up to you. I haven't gone beyond just hair, makeup, the dress itself. Oh, also a stylist. So I've worked with a stylist, one of my good friends, actually on the first shoot, the Bohemian winter shoot, and so that's an option too if you have one. But if not, you'll probably style it yourself as a photographer if you're in charge of it, and so that's what we did at the spring shoot. We did not have a stylist. It was Jenny and myself. Now let's talk about if you're going to be the stylist. As the photographer, you're going to play this role. You're going to have to find a model. How do you find a model? How do you find a hair and makeup artist? So let's talk about first the biggest thing, finding the dress or the outfit. I'm going to say the word dress and I'm going to be referring to a dress, but if you want to do a suit, obviously if you're going to do a suit, it's going to be different. But the first thing would be, I don't have $2,500 to spend on a gown, or I can't go to David's Bridal, I can't return stuff. What do I do? The first thing would be you could contact local bridal boutiques in your area. Or another thing is you could go to Goodwill or a vintage shop and find a gown. You could go online, but even if you find a Free People dress from Nordstrom that's white, you can return it. You gotta take good care of it though. I don't recommend buying something and returning it, but those are some options, just being honest with you. When it comes to the dress itself, it doesn't have to be white. I don't think I'll wear a white dress on my wedding day. Honestly, I'll probably do a pink one, but I would recommend doing a white dress on your first bridal shoot because it's so obviously a bridal session. Because if you're gonna just do a really beautiful watercolor blue pastel gown, even though that's so dope and so conceptual, I would really encourage just to do a white one or whatever, white, ivory, off-white, cream, bleh, we all know that it's white, And so I would just recommend that because instantly somebody who's going on your website, they're gonna be okay, wow, this is a wedding photographer, hey! So now you have the dress, what about the model? Who you gonna put it in? So one of the first things you could do is post on Instagram or Facebook, a casting call. It doesn't even matter if you have 100 followers or you have 100,000. You probably have a pretty friend. You know what I mean? It's not very hard to find a model. They don't have to be signed with anyone. You do need to have a contract though for your model. So if you want to see a video all about how to do contracts, I'll have it down below or on the screen here. Please go see it. Before you even start this bridal shoot, you need to have the contract, please. If you don't have a beautiful friend, which I highly doubt, what you can do is find a model on Instagram in your area, shoot her an email if she has an email address, don't shoot her a DM because it might just go into unread messages. She might have like 4 already. That happens to me all the time. Shoot her an email, send her a link of your work, explain the vision, explain the vendors, and everything like that, and there you go. Okay, so the next 3 things that you're gonna need would be makeup artist, hairstylist, and then a florist. You can reach out to local beauty schools in your area, hair salons. If you might have a friend whose mom does hair, just reach out. Check Instagram. Instagram is such a good resource. Plus there's photos to go with their portfolio, so you're not just strolling up to a salon like, hey, like, can you do a fishtail braid? They're like, yeah, I can, and get to the day and you're like, I didn't mean like a salmon in her hair. You know what I mean? So check on Instagram in your local area, search hashtags. A lot of the times, hopefully, somebody who's like on their Insta game with this and they're really like networking, they have like a business, they're trying to hustle, they're gonna use those hashtags. So just search like Sacramento makeup artist or Sacramento MUA, Seattle hairstylist, everything like that. When it came to the florist, and when it comes to all florists, all you have to do is go onto Bing. I'm just kidding. Go into Google and just search florist in Seattle, Washington. Search as many as you can. I probably sent out about 25 emails for the Sacramento, and then everyone said no, but one lady, she was down, she responded immediately, and then Sunday, so like literally a couple of days later, she showed up to the door at 8 o'clock, handed us the, what is it called? Bouquet and flower crown, and we were good to go. So you do need to send out like 25, 30, 50 emails to both, you know, to the hairstylist, makeup artist, and the florist, and you know, somebody is bound to choose you, but I always say 1 out of 25. So if you want to have like 2 options, send 50. Let's talk about venue, location. So check out venues in your local area. If you live in a town, a suburb, check out the venues around you and just reach out. Once you send the vendor all the images, the files, a couple weeks later, make sure you give them a lot of options. Make sure you give them horizontal, vertical, and when you're on the shoot, you need to keep that in mind. Okay, like even though this is not like my aesthetic, like this is, I wouldn't typically just take a picture of her face like this. Take one for the vendor and you're golden. Alright everyone, so that is it. That's all I gotta say about that. Hey, leave any questions that you have in the comments below and I will be sure to answer them either in the comments or my next video, depending on how intricate they are. And I will be doing the editing video. Please just be patient. Be sure to follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, Snapchat. And if you haven't already, go check out my blog post on my website so you can see all I was talking about in regards to the 2 different visions for the styled bridal shoot. I hope that this encouraged you guys. Alright, so with that all being said, I'll see you guys in my next video. Adios.